Imagine yourself coming down with an illness such as the common cold. The aches, the tired feeling, wanting to just curl up in bed under the covers and stay there all day and sleep. And then you have the dread of going to the doctor's office, paying for your copay, having them poke and prod at you, prescribing you an antibiotic, all in hopes to feel better in about a week to 10 days. Wouldn't it be awesome to know that there's alternative ways that you could heal and get better aside from modern medicine? Well, we're here to tell you that there are different ways, and we're going to describe 3 different ways to you today. We'll be telling you a little bit about acupuncture, herbs, and Ayurvedic medicine. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about acupuncture. The practice of acupuncture originated in China. It involves the insertion of very thin needles into the patient's skin at specific points on the body. This information comes from an article from medicalnewstoday.com. These needles attract the energies that are located within our body called yin and yang. If the yin and yang energies are out of balance, then your body is all out of whack and can create illnesses, sicknesses, disease, aches, pains, you name it. Anything out of balance will cause you to have some sickness going on. Bringing everything into balance creates more of a harmonious body of energies within you. It helps the flow of energy and blood and the stimulation of muscles and tissue so that everything heals quicker and safer. And any pain that you have will either completely diminish or it will be significantly decreased. In my own experience, I at one time had a severe ear infection. My ear was completely plugged and I had intense pain. I decided rather than going to the doctor and spending that money and being put on an antibiotic with, chemically enhanced medications, I decided to go for an acupuncture treatment. So I went for my treatment, and during that time, they put some needles around my ear and they put some heat on it. And within a couple of hours after the appointment, the pain was feeling much better. And within just a couple of days, the ear started opening up and started draining and was completely healed. So in less time than it would take for an antibiotic cycle to heal that, it only took a couple of days and it was completely gone. And I had no side effects, no medication put in me, and it didn't cost very much either. Treatments only last about 20 to 30 minutes. It's not painful. The only thing you might experience is a little bit of an uncomfortable feeling wherever the needles are inserted and there's an area of imbalance. So if your yin and yang energies are out of whack, any place where those needles are attracting that energy to bring it back into balance is going to be a little bit painful. Not excruciating pain or anything, but just an uncomfortable feeling. But once you keep going for your treatments and appointments and everything starts coming back into balance and harmony, that pain won't even be there. You won't even recognize it. You'll just probably fall asleep on the table during your treatment. During your initial assessment with the practitioner, they will probably check your pulse to determine the energy flow in your body. They'll ask you some questions and they'll also examine your tongue. The reason they look at your tongue is because in Chinese medicine, the tongue is a roadmap to your body and to your internal organs. So depending on what area of your tongue they're looking at and the color of that particular area, the texture of it, if there's any coating on it, they can tell what area of the body might be having some problems. So if the tip of your tongue represents, say, your kidneys, and it's discolored, they might be able to say, hey, there's something going on with your kidneys, and we need to work on that area of your body to bring those energies back into balance so that your kidneys can heal whatever is going on inside of them. This information comes from an article on acupuncture.com. So now that you have an idea what to expect at an appointment, let me list some benefits for you. First of all, acupuncture has no side effects whatsoever. You might just experience, like I said, that uncomfortable feeling if there's an area of imbalance. The practitioner also might give you herbs to go along with your treatment just to maintain everything, and there's specific herbs for specific problems. So when I had my ear infection, she gave me some herbs that would help clear that up and keep it more open and maintain clear ear passages. So that's one benefit. It also helps reduce or take away pain altogether, whether it's acute or chronic. It boosts your immunity and speeds the healing process. It helps most ailments. And even if you don't have anything wrong at that particular moment, it still helps your health and well-being by keeping everything in balance. So you want to really pay attention to that yin and yang energy. Just learn more about that and how it can help your body so that you can prevent illness and heal from illness a lot quicker. So after hearing this, you might be really excited and say, how can I get started with an acupuncture treatment, whether I feel sick or whether I feel perfectly fine and just want to maintain? Well, first, I would talk to someone, ask around and talk to someone that you know and trust and see if they've ever been to an acupuncturist before. This way, they can give you a recommendation on who they see or what to look for. You also want to, once you find an acupuncturist, check out their credentials just as you would with a regular medical doctor. You want to also check the credentials of the acupuncturist just to make sure they're legit and not doing anything weird or on the side. You'll want to meet with the practitioner first before you have your appointment, just so that you can get a feel for how they do their treatments, what they treat for, if you can work out cost situations. You also want to check with your health insurance to see if they cover a treatment. A lot of insurances are now covering acupuncture treatments. Some of them aren't, so you want to ask, what the cost is if your insurance doesn't cover it, and that way maybe you can negotiate a cost or a payment plan or something with the practitioner to work out so that you can go for your treatments. And you also might want to ask if they prescribe herbs to go along with them and do a little research on herbs too, because some people tend to have a slight reaction to different herbs, but it's nothing compared to reactions that you would have from a pharmaceutical drug. So these tips come from the mayoclinic.org website. We hope that this information has gotten you excited about alternative medicine options. Don't be afraid to try any or all of the things that we've discussed this evening. I hope you take with you the knowledge that I've just explained to you about acupuncture, remember the benefits, and do your research so that you can find a good practitioner to see, and you can be on your way to a healthier lifestyle.